think that's the new map. So 8 minutes of warm-up for the players. Dofault, Binks, Aurel, and Dark. I think this is one of the very strong semifinal. So who is going out here as the victorious player or as one of the victorious 2 players who will qualify for the semifinal? They have good chances to actually win this one, but they are awaiting Call and of course the one and only Mimo, who were qualifying themselves to the final already. So they are already in the money. They are 15 euros safe, and they got debated here as we see Dark and Aurel making that jump. That's a little bit of a speed check, so Aurel not making this jump, and Dark is the only player who currently has survived, as he is a really fast learner, as you can see here. Let's see what he's doing. Okay, there's a little bit of a blind section here, as Dark is right now still holding strong and is briefly guessing the map. So this is looking good for him so far. Alright, okay. Another different jump here. So players won't notice here how the lines are going to be. But we see Binks making a mistake. So he will practice the respawn route here. As he doesn't know where to go. And he will approach the finish section now. Alright. Oh, but he's not making it. He's touching the pole there. And let's see what Dark is doing. Dark is currently still at the start, as we see Aurel a little bit further ahead. And actually is on a run here. As he is... Wait a minute. Did they have this? When are they taking this CP here? Or... Yeah, that's the CP. Well, when are they taking it? Because it wasn't like triggered or something like that. That was pretty weird. If I can say it like that. Yeah, Aurel, let's see if he can make something happen here in this round, or if he still needs some warm-up. Okay, now the CP counts. It was just me being stupid or so. So Aurel showing what he's capable of doing here. Goes for the ramp cut as the block is magnetic here. So Aurel off to a very, very good start here. As you can see, goes for the bubbler actually here. I think you should maybe not go for it. I'm not sure, because in the end you barely have enough speed. So Aurel with a 39.18. What a great time to start with here, as he seems to learn this track very fast. Dark approaching this ending as well, as he's going for that lower jumpy, which is more risky. Aurel didn't go for it. So let's see what Dofault is doing here. Not the best start for him. But of course you just want to learn the maps, and the players still have 5.5 minutes remaining to learn this track here. A really interesting concept, I have to say, to put a new map into the semi-final. But you can see this line is strong here. Dofault is catching up a lot with that, because he's just more speed here in the end, as it seems, compared to Aurel. But then of course you need more speed for the jump in the end, as Aurel is improving again to 37.62. So what a great time there from the gaming privé player. So no player so far can keep up the pace. Didn't get a smooth run through. Now it's actually Dark who clocks in a 37.52. So 1/10 of a second faster than Aurel. What a great time there from Dark. And we have Binks and Dofault, who didn't really get in touch with a good time so far. But now Dofault is on a run, as it seems. He has a lot of speed here over that stretch. So is he able to make the jump smooth? Yes, he is. And he will clock in a 38.26. Good time there from him as well. Aurel also approaching the ending here yet again, as he jumps so far. Look at this. And this is another improvement of 0.3 of a second. So what a great time. And hello, Cici Okoka, Cici K. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but hello there. And hello, Phoebe. Good evening, both of you. Welcome for today's cast of the Evoleaf Cup Semifinal 2. Final time after that. Players are currently playing a map that they have not practiced at all, or which is unknown to them. So they have 8 minutes of warm-up on this track, and then we're going into the live round. And after that, we will see this map twice in the live round, and then we will see 4 other maps, and then this cycle continues again. So interesting concept of a cup as we see Aurel with a very good start. Look at that. He's 0.2 of a second ahead of Dark here in that first CP. But got a really, really tight line. So maybe didn't really pay off that much. Aurel, however, is having a lot of speed over this stretch and also goes for this jump into an not auto slide, just goes full speed here. Look at this line from Aurel. What a great line here from him. He jumps to Narnia, and this will definitely be the first local with such a good ending section there from the Frenchie. As we see, one Belgian player here and the rest is French. So this is interesting to see. Only one Belgian player left, and the final is 2 Frenchies as well by the name of Maimo and Call, the OG Call, of course, not Call Jr. So Aurel yet again with a good start. It's just impressive to see how fast the players are able to learn those tracks. It's really, really cool to see. And he gets in touch with a magnet block there and has a lot of speed yet again. He will most likely go for the... he didn't really get the nose side, had to readjust his line, but he's able to do it like that. But I'm sorry, but didn't improve his time, or he didn't even finish, let's say like that. Ooh, look at Dofault's line. He goes for the drift though, which is not faster here. No, not Corona, mate. But welcome, man. So 1.5 minutes left for the players to learn this track. Dofault not with a lot of speed here over this stretch. It seems that Dofault figured out the track the worst at the moment, as we see Aurel, Binks and Dark all with a time under 37 seconds. And speaking of Binks, I didn't really spectate him too much in this warm-up. So let's go the last couple of seconds with him. Off to a good start for him, and let's see what he's able to do here. If he can drop another to the 36, not the best landing for him. You want to land smooth in there in order to hold your speed over that one. Didn't work out for Binks though. So Binks approaching the end here, went for it full speed. I think this will be the decider, the ending. He unfortunately made a mistake, but the decider here will be the ending section, because if you no-slide it, you will grant yourself so much more speed. So let's see what is Dark doing. Dark is approaching this section, so he's not able to finish. Aurel maybe? No, making a mistake. Dofault also too far behind. And we will now start with semi-final 2. Alright, so the first round is starting here. Let's see who will take the first 10-pointer here of this match. We will play till a point limit of 120. And then, of course, we will have finalist mode enabled. If you reach that margin, you will activate finalist mode, and you have to win one more round in order to move into the final, where Cole and Maimo Jr. awaits for you. So the 4 players will be in the final then. Oh, Binks not with the best line. As we see Dofault making a mistake, but was able to stabilize. How was that possible? But Binks will catch up, and it's Aurel in third with a good time of 36.83. So what a great time there. But Dofault, how didn't he lose speed with that? So Aurel will be the player who will grant himself the first 10-pointer. Binks is capitalizing after not having a best run, and is in second. Dark. So both of the wanted players are in third and fourth place. Not a good start for both of them as we're going to the second round. Dark, however, with a good start now as he releases all of a sudden, or what, I'm not sure what he did there, but this wasn't a good line here. Aurel and Dofault with a good start. However, Dofault with such a good jump. Look at this. Look at his speed from Dofault, but he didn't go for the ramp cut, because if you're going for the ramp cut, you will clip the block, and the block is magnetic. But Aurel with a mistake, and now both of the wanted player on first. But speaking of it, Dofault makes a mistake and will yoink against the lantern, against the block here. Gets overtaken by Binks here, and will finish in third. Dark in first place, and Aurel is able to finish here, but only in last place for the Frenchie. Alright, going to the next map. I'm not sure if the maps are the same as in the prior semi-final. It seems that they are actually not, or actually they are, or no, was this map played on the first? Yeah, this track was played. Yeah, this was played as first map on the other semi-final. So nice to see that. So we have 4 rounds now on this map, and of course 1 warm-up to start everything off. Let's look at the score. It's really, yeah, like no one really pulled apart. Only Dofault didn't have the best start with only 8 points, but Aurel and Dark both only with 13 points. I mean, a player could have been like plus 8 points ahead already, 8 points ahead already, but this isn't the case. But still a good boost for them. And yeah, Aurel with a good warm up though. And yup, this is an Evoleaf mod, as you can see. So, Aurel, the only player who survived this warm-up. Other players are not able to... Binks was able to finish. Dark, however, not, as well as his teammate. So let's keep an eye here on Dofault here for that first round. Only at 8 points, the only single-digit player left here. But he can definitely make something happen here. No one is clipping the CP or making a mistake as we're going to the first rift section here. Binks is approaching it good, as well as all the other players. So pretty close here in the first couple of turns. Dark drops a bit behind, not getting the best landing there in the slope. But still, it's Dofault, his teammate, holding strong here. The only Belgian player left, or the only non-Frenchy player left here, as Dark comes back with a strong line, but Dofault with a mistake, and all of a sudden it's Aurel in first place after not that strong section here from Dark. Binks also comes here for the battle for that second place, but Aurel will eventually stay in that first place. Oh, but he didn't get the best landing here. Who will it be in the end? It's Dark who will stay ahead with 7,000. Wait. No, actually not. I thought it's less than that. But Aurel had such a bad ending there that Dark was able to, yeah, be ahead of him with 1/10 of a second even. So Dark granting himself 10 points. Aurel choking the ending and not getting the best landing there. And therefore, Dark is now in first. Dofault, however, not only getting himself 3 points. Not good for him. Looked so promising for him in the start, but maybe he can make something happen now. As we see, no mistakes here being done by all of the players. Everyone survives it, and Dofault with a good start here, as you can see. He's right now on first, finding himself 500 of a second ahead of Binks here. And extends his lead, but let's see, who will that be? Aurel again going for that outside line. Look at this. This outside line just pays off so much. And right now it's still Dofault in first, followed up by Binks. Binks with an inside line. Aurel goes outside, and therefore Aurel with more speed in the ending section. So Aurel will snag onto Binks here, but Dofault will still stay in first place. But Aurel comes back strong, and Aurel with such a good ending and will actually be in first. So what an ending there from Aurel, overtaking Dofault there in the end. So what a great round. Dark with a 0.3 in last place, but Dofault was really in dire need of those points, but he gets denied by none other than Aurel. What a great ending there from the Frenchman. He's the player right now who's a little bit further behind. Got a good land in the slope, but still he's 0.13 of a second behind the pack here. But look at this battle. The Dofault went for a little bit of a more left-ish jump, and both Dark and Aurel really are going for that outside line. But what is this fight here? Aurel is the player who comes back strong here, who is right now in first. Binks lagging a bit, but Aurel is most likely to grant himself another 10-pointer. Dofault with a mistake. Who's gonna take that second place? It's most likely Dark, because Dark has more speed in the ending. Yep, he will stay ahead of Binks here, but Aurel with a 43.85, which is only 0.3 of a second behind that WR. So great time there from the Frenchman yet again. And now he's up to 39 points. And we will go into the next round here. I think last round for now on Lidro Gzu. What a great name. Or Gzu. I don't know how to pronounce that. But most of the map names are a little bit weird. But still, Aurel, I think, made a mistake. And he will be out. Yes, he will be out. So the points will be distributed to a different player now. As we see Dofault, who is in dire need of some points, is right now on first. Binks going over the Bubble, loses an additional amount of speed. And therefore, actually comes back strong here with a lot of speed over that stretch. But Dofault will stay here in that first place as Dark is attacking Binks here. So this could be a double victory for Wanted as Dark comes back strong and almost overtakes his teammate there in the end. But it wasn't quite enough. 800ths of a second between Dofault and Dark. Binks in third and Aurel in last after making a mistake in that sloped section. But still a comfortable lead for Aurel as Dark only granted himself 6 points. Aurel is still in first. Dofault now in third place and Binks drops down to last place. And we will move to the next map now. What will it be? What map are we going to see here? It will be the Chicky map. The Chicky map. Let's see the locals here. We have Dofault, actually Dark. We have Dark as well. Where Binks is also here, but where is Aurel? I think I've not missed him. So maybe Aurel didn't play this track yet on the server here or something like that, but I can't see him. Wait, or I'm just blind, but I can't see Aurel here in the locals. So this might be that Aurel didn't put too much practice into the maps, as we see him being in last right now in the warm-up, or no, in second last, as Binks made a mistake as well. So maybe Aurel will struggle here on this track, and this could give players the opportunity to capitalize from this. You can really see that Dofault is good on this one here. And yeah, a really, really wonky warm-up here for every player, as it seems. However, Dofault is still in that first place and is, yeah, will most likely get it here. So really curious to see if Aurel can make something happen here on this track, or if he didn't really put too much practice into this track. Let's see. Okay, he's not finishing. That's fine. So no one will finish here. Then the warm-up will continue, of course. And we have Dark now finishing. So 1:14.80, not the best time. And thank you, Boris, aka Toby, for your follow. You just joined into the action. Evoleaf semi-final here. As you can see, we have Aurel, Dark, Dofault, and Binks. We played till a point limit of 120, and then you activate finalist mode. And then, of course, you have to win one more round to grant yourself a ticket into the grand final, which will I be casting as well. As we see every player with a good start. Aurel with such a lot of speed here. Look at that. And now it's Wanted and both the Wanted members in last place. Binks, however, coming back strong as well. So this could be anyone's round. Everyone in between 0.3 of a second. Aurel jumps super far low and fails this one. So it is all of a sudden Binks in first. And also Dark making a mistake. So it's between Dofault and Binks here for that first place. Who it's gonna be? Dofault with a superior line here over that section. So Binks will drop down to that second place. Binks will drop down to that second place. And Binks also now with our best line here over that stretch here, as Dofault is extending his lead to 0.2 of a second. So he will most likely grant himself 10 points here, and he's in dire need of them. But yeah, I thought for a minute that Binks comes closer, but Dofault will stay ahead and will grant himself 10 points with a 1:02.91. So a good time here. And is Aurel or is Dark able to finish? I think both of them are able to finish. Yes, they are. Aurel with 4 points and Dark only with 3 points. So this will be nice and cozy here, as the first two places granted themselves 4 and 3 points. And thank you Extra TM and Shibala TM for your follows. Alles gut, Boris. Alles gut. Okay, so Binks now in last place, as Dofault granted himself I think, yeah, Binks was the last, the prior round as well. But Dofault extending his lead over the last place. But look at this Binks start. What a risky line here. Didn't get the best amount of speed here, but still very good for him, as Binks right now is in first place. So this could be anyone's round. Dark dropping a little bit behind, as well as Aurel. So Binks and Dofault in first and second, but Dofault with a mistake. So it's Binks being left alone, but Dark comes back with a lot of speed and also with a very good jump, but had to readjust his line. But still it is neck and neck between first and second here, between Binks and Dark. And also Aurel is in the mix, who's only 0.4 of a second behind, after he didn't really have a good line here. So Binks and Dark are battling it out here for that first place. It seems that Dark has a little bit more speed coming into the last rift of the map. It's Dark still holding strong with a little bit of more speed here into that ending section. Binks pushing it. Binks pushing it. I think it's not enough because Dark has more speed. So Dark will clock in another 10 points for him. Binks in second and Aurel catching up though, but only in third place. And Dofault is not able to finish because he DNF'd. So not good for him. 51, 50 points. Then we have 40 and 40 respectively for Binks and Dofault. So nothing is set in stone here yet. Next round here on the Chicky map, however you want to call it. Chickies. So really weird map names here. Binks not with a good start here as he finds himself in last place here. Dofault and Aurel really close to the wall there. And Binks touches the roadblock there and yeeted off. So Binks won't have a saying here in this round. It's only the two wanted members against the Gaming Privé member Aurel. But Aurel seems to be on another level, 0.2 ahead of Dark here right now. And gets himself a good jump, but touches as well as Dark. And all of a sudden it's Dofault in first, from third to first. And Binks also overtaking Aurel here. So what a position change here in that section. Actually, Binks is battling it out with Aurel. Aurel getting a superior line over Binks here. And Dofault is really capitalizing from the mistakes here from the other players. And he can take it easy. He can chill a bit because he is 1.5 seconds ahead of the other players. So Dofault will most likely grant himself another 10-pointer. Yep, that is the case with a 103.2. Great match time there. Only 0.8 of a second behind WO. And it actually was pretty close here between Binks and Aurel. And Aurel was able to stay ahead of Binks. Dark in last. And look at this. How cozy is this now? Aurel 56, Dark 54, Dofault 50 and Binks 44. But Binks losing it a bit. He needs to grant himself some more points than that. Last round here on Chicken. Or Chickens. Chicky. I don't know. Aurel, however, again with a good start, as well as Binks. Dofault and Dark a little bit behind. This time Binks not making a mistake, so he will stay alive. Aurel going a bit far up, and therefore with a little bit more speed. Binks didn't get the best landing here in the slope section. Therefore, it's a 3-man battle for that first place between Aurel, Dark, and Dofault in between 200 of a second. So what a fight here. Dark and Dofault, however, manages to get a lot of speed over that section. Aurel just losing the time here to Dark and Dofault, but he comes back a little bit stronger here. 0.24 of a second behind both Dark and Dofault. Let's see, only one drift is remaining here for the players. And then the long stretch full speed section, as we see Dofault stumbling a bit and Aurel with a little bit more speed, so he will most likely get overtaken by Aurel. Aurel with such a risk here, but it is not enough to overtake Dark here in the end, so Dark will stay in first, Aurel in second. But what a great round, holy moly. And Dofault drops from second to third place. So what a great round here by all of the players. Every time under 103, sometimes it's enough with a 103 to win a round, and this time you are last with a 103.70 with 103.97. So very greatly executed by the players. Yeah, so Dark now in first, actually overtaking Aurel, and Dofault also comes closer, only 8 points behind as we are halfway through the match. Aurel, I mean, Aurel is one of the best players, but he didn't really put too much practice into those tracks. But now we have his speciality. We have dirt. Aurel could make something happen here, because we all know that Aurel is a very good dirt player, as we see here in the warm-up. Very good line there for him. But as well as Binks and Dark. I mean, Dark not making it that good, but also Binks with a very good warm-up here, as you can see. Aurel still in second. So we have this tight section here. This is really hard to do, and we've seen a lot of mistakes in the rounds beforehand. As you see Dofault making a mistake. And thank you, Mistakes07, for your follow. Thanks a lot for all of the follows and support, boys. So the risky finish can really be hard on this one, but this is a rather short track with a length of 41 seconds, so not as long as the map beforehand. So will be a quickie here, so 4 rounds will be over very quick, and we will see in a couple of minutes who will get the most points out of this track. As we see, Binks is with 47 points in last position right now, but grants himself a very good start, but stumbles here a bit and also not getting the best landing, so he won't have a saying here in this round. 1 second behind the pack here, Dark, Dofault and Aurel. Dofault, however, coming back stronger here, goes for that no slide section as well as his teammate Dark, but Dark, I think he got a landing bug or something, and as well as Dofault making a mistake, and now it's Binks who hadn't had the best start in second place. Aurel in first, having the strong nerves here, and he will most likely grant himself 10 points here because only the end is remaining and he can take it easy and does not have to risk too much. So Aurel in first with a 41-ish time, Binks in second after a sloppy start, Dark and Dofault finishing off in third and fourth place. So Aurel now the leader yet again, as we see Dofault being 11 points behind his teammate, and also Binks coming in a little bit closer because he granted himself 6 points. Off we go into the next round. We see Dofault with a little bit of a different line here. Jumps very early, and Dark was able to stabilize his car, but Dofault touches here, and now it's Aurel and Binks battling it out. So Binks feels the groove here. Aurel goes super close there into the banking, but was able to stabilize his car, as we see Binks now in first. Binks with a very good section here. Aurel, however, with a much better section here. Holy moly, what was that Aurel line? So what a madman here. Aurel yet again in first place, approaching the last corner of this race, of this map here. I mean, Binks will stay in second, or will he? Yes, he will. Binks in second, and Aurel with a very good time of 41.23 in first place. And then Dark and Dofault again in second, last, and last position. So not looking too good for the most wanted members here on this track, as Aurel moves further and further away, and Binks comes closer and closer towards those to that second and third place. Alright, so Binks again with a very good start here, but didn't get the best landing here, and therefore gets overtaken by all of the players. Dark and Dofault this time in first place. Aurel drops down to last just for a moment, but he can capitalize, or like he can make it happen here, and is not in last anymore. So Binks not with the best amount of speed here, as we see Dofault and Dark, both of the players being in first and second position, and they're in dire need of some points if they want to keep keep on with the pace of Aurel. Yeah, it seems that this is not enough, but what a great round here, as Dark is almost not able to make that finish, but look at those times. What a great round here. Every time's been underneath 41.8. Wow, those are some great times, boys. I just can say that. Great times for all of the players. So Binks, 62 points for him. 24 points between him and Aurel. So this is quite a margin here. You can say that. Now this time it's Dark again with a good start, as well as his teammate Aurel, and Binks drop both a bit behind, but it's still neck and neck. Nothing is decided. The decider comes here, the freewheel section, where you really want to align your car just perfect and don't want to brake or like release before the freewheeling. As we see Dofault now in first, ahead of his teammate Dark, and I think it will stay like that. And Binks now overtaking Aurel here in that last section, and Aurel will actually stay in last with a 41.74 in last place, and another 0.3 from Dofault. Wow, what two really great rounds here. Wow, I just have to say that. And Aurel with 89 points, Dark with 84, Dofault with 80, and only Binks with 66. But even Binks is playing super good, and that's what I meant. This semifinal is on such a high level, and we will see the new map here again. The new map will be played here, and I have not really seen that this map comes to anyone's favor. So let's see. You cannot vote. He wants to go to the next map. Okay, it seems that Dofault really doesn't like this map, as you can see in the local here. He is 1 second behind Aurel, who has right now the fastest time on this one. As we go into the warm-up here, not sure what Dofault is doing, But he doesn't want to warm up here. Which is certainly a bad decision when you are not familiar with this map. Because the players figured it out, as well as this like smooth jump into the magnet. This is something that the players all have figured out so far, except of Dofault. So let's see what time is Aurel doing. It seems that this is a 36.75. So what a great time here from Aurel, and Dark as well, being only 1500ths of a second behind. So off into the first round we go. Let's keep our eye here on none other than Dofault. So Dofault is off to the worst start here, as well as Dark. I'm not sure what Dark is going for, but this actually pays off. I didn't really see that this one paid off, but interesting to see that. So Dark now in first, and Dofault off to a very, very superior line here as well. Dofault didn't go for that ramp cut yet again, and now it's Aurel in first ahead of Dark and Dofault. And we see Binks. Oh, Dofault with a mistake. So who's going to take that first place? Is it Dark or Aurel? It seems that this is Aurel, and even dropping a 36 time. So what a great time. A 36.39 by Aurel. What a great time. Dark with a 36 just behind Binks in that third place. And we see Dofault only granting himself 3 points. Into the last round we go already, because we only played 2 rounds on this track here. We see Binks with a very good start, as we can see here. Dark goes for that release again, and I think this is actually a really good line, as we can see here. Binks is the player who, who's right now in first here, and we see Dark actually goes for a little bit of a break beforehand. But Aurel, look at this Aurel line. What is happening here? Aurel in first, just behind him we have Dark, but I think we will see a 35 time. But what is this Dark line? Oh my god, Dark comes back strong, and who will take second place? It will be Aurel. Binks just behind him, 36.55 for Dark. So what a great time. Binks is able to finish as well, and Dofault will eventually grant himself only another 3-pointer here, and Binks will come, a bit closer. But what is he doing? What is he doing? Oh my god, this is... Wow. That was, not that smart. Yeah, what a gamer moment, Matt. Yeah, so he just threw away 3 points. So who will accompany Carl and Maimo for the grand final? Is it the both players who have surpassed the 3-digit point barrier already, Aurel and Dark, or is it Dofault, who's 17 points behind the second place, or even Binks, who's an additional 9 points behind the second place? We will find out in a short after this warm-up here. Dofault and Dark both with a good warm-up here, and yeah. I just want to stress out the end from Aurel here. The end from Aurel seemed so good here. He just gathered so much speed over this stretch here, and as well as in the ending, he just figured out this one the best. And hello Granadi, welcome man, well played. But yeah, we're very unlucky with the landing bug, and also with some other things. But well played, anyways, mate. Can be proud of you, man. But look at the level here, so yeah. But you were so close to reach the grand final, but still. Yeah. I've spectated that one. I do cast it with Scotty. But anyways, let's go to the first, or to the second rotation, to the first known map for the players here. Ooh, everyone with a good start. Only Dofault drops a little bit behind, but a little bit, only 400ths of a second. So this is not a lot. Binks with a very good line, as well as Aurel. It's neck and neck between all of the players. Oh my god, look at this. Aurel and Dark both opting for a little bit of a more outside line, and therefore granting himself more speed. It's impossible to call. Dofault with a mistake, however. And now we have a battle for that first place between Binks, Aurel and Dark. Binks almost touching the wall there, and Aurel comes back with more speed. So who's gonna take it? Will Binks stay in first? No, I don't think so, because he lost control of his car there. Aurel in first. Dark actually overtakes Binks there in the end, and Dofault in last place. So what a great round. Wow. And what also happened to you is that you didn't finish this one round where you could have gotten finalist. Yeah, because you weren't over 110 points. But anyways, great job there. Aurel moves up to 115 points. So he could grant himself finalist status here if he wins one more round or gets second place. Dark, however, is at 106 points. And he has a comfortable lead over his teammate, Dofault, already. So we will see who will make it happen here. It's the make it or break it here. They need to deny Aurel, but Aurel just seems unstoppable on this map. As you can see, he has so much speed here over this stretch. But now it's actually Dark and Dofault who both are able to stay ahead of Aurel here. And it's Binks with 0.3 of a second behind the players here. But Aurel now for the ending. Aurel with more speed. He comes back stronger into that second place. But Dofault risking it here. Who's gonna take it here? Is it Dofault or Aurel? Aurel will snipe the second place here over Dofault, but Dark will stay ahead of all of the players with a 43.89. What a great time, and comes closer towards that finalist attempt. But now it's the time to deny Aurel here because he's already at finalist, and it seems that Dofault and Binks are so far away. They are so far away of reaching the finalist mode here. As Dofault makes the first small mistake here in the round as he touches us here. Dark with a good start here. Very superior line from him. But Binks and Aurel also in the mix. Binks did not give up. Did not give up yet. And Dark not with the best line here. And now it's between Binks and Aurel. Aurel seemed very strong here in this ending section as he gathers a lot of speed over this stretch as well as Dark. But Dark with a mistake. And now it's between Binks and Aurel. It's Binks' turn to deny him. But Aurel with such a good line here as we see Binks not, granting himself a lot of speed, but it's all in the end here. Who is gonna take it here? Will Aurel move into the final? Yes, this looks really good, and Aurel will accompany Maimo and Cole in the final with a 43.92. What a great time Aurel deserved into the final. Now we have Dark as a finalist, and Dofault and Binks are so far away, so Dark can really take a chill pill. Dofault is 3 wins away of granting himself final status, so Dark really played superior or better than his teammate here. He just got himself the valuable 10 pointers when the others didn't get them. So now it's Dofault and Binks' duty to deny Dark here the entry into the final. And of course there's some money on the line. 100 euro for the first place, 50 for the second, 35 for third place, and even the fourth place gets 15 euro. But so far it's looking that Dark will not able to use his first finalist attempt. But look at this line. Dark comes back super strong here as he's approaching this ending as the first player. Dofault, however, with more speed. So who's gonna be? Will it be Dark or Dofault? Dark with a very good line here in the end, and will be the GG. Dark will be the last player who will accompany Cole, Maimo and Aurel in the grand final. Binks leaving the game, but GG's to all of the players. It was very anticlimactic, but Dark and Aurel just used their first finalist attempt and eventually move into the grand final. So Aurel with such a good performance here. I just have to stress that one out. So it will be Dark, Aurel, Cole and Maimo for the grand final.